Thank you, Volkmar. We are with Volkmar Klien. You are curator of Artificial Intelligence Music Festival at St. Florian for Ars Electronica. Which have been the main difficulties and challenges in organizing this event?
Well, as of now, not so many difficulties. Challenges quite a few, but what we are really after is, on one hand, to show what's possible at the moment in terms of automated music creation. That's kind of informed by machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, whatever you call it. But primarily really to reflect what's happening with our society, with music, with groups that play together in music, through this invention or integration of new technology. So we've been mainly reflecting different systems of putting things in order in music, like musical systems. It's 400 years this year that Johannes Kepler published Harmonices Mundi in Linz. And so we've got music actually starting from this time, 1619, like around Monteverdi. There is a Monteverdi, there's Bach, there's Cage, there is Josef Matthias Hauer, just to show that the reflection of musical systems isn't anything fundamentally new, that the automated generation of sound and music has been an ongoing research project for artists as well as scientists.
How can we describe the current relationship between the possibility given by artificial intelligence and the work of the musical authors?
I think at the moment this is completely open, because most of the research about automated creation of music that really is has been getting much better over the last couple of years, really, with the invention of new technologies, with the advent of stronger computers. And at the same time, artists are, I feel, just starting to think about and reflect the possibilities for what's usually happening in automated creation of music based on machine learning. You take a repertoire, like as many songs by one composer or by one tradition as you can get in machine readable form, and then basically have a software create its own model. It recognizes patterns. If this follows that and that follows this, and these are kind of the temporal curves that are kind of found in the repertoire, and let's just make up something similar. And that, to me, or I think to most artists, isn't an artistic proposition. It really is creating more of cliches, musical cliches. If you just really look at it this way, then it's valid research for information retrieval or generation, pattern recognition, and so on. But an artistic use of that technology is something that also looks at the technology itself, questioning what does it do with our society.
We still teach to machines. What machines can teach us at this point? How do they implement the composer's tool?
I think it's important to realize that every machine is man-made. So you learn from machines all the time. You learn from the piano what music is, what musical thought is, for there's 12 notes and nothing in between, no pitches in between. So every machine comes with its own set of concepts of what music should be. Or not just music, you learn from cars, you learn from hammers. For it changes your world, the tools you use change your world. But it's not the machine, in a way, it's the machine that teaches you, but it really is humans that put concepts into tools and musical form or whatever. And this is what you learn by using them. Of course, now with digital tools, with deep learning, it's become a lot more complex, and a lot more powerful tools have been around for a while now. And if you look at social media, fake news, chatbots, and so on, you realize that it also comes with really powerful problems and for it creates positions of power. If you can create automatically music in response to kind of customer needs for millions and hundreds of millions in real time, then all from a sudden you realize that making music is actually also a position of power, for you form people's lives through music. And if you can basically own computers doing that to 100 million people, then you are quite an influential guy.
At last we plan what machines can do. At last maybe playing with machines is still playing with our own brain, or is it anything else?
Playing with machines can be playing with yourself. So a lot of tools in the computer are somewhat are masturbation machines as well. For it allows you to spend a lot of time with yourself, reflecting yourself in the mirror of the data you leave behind and so on. But at the same time, it also gives, I think, wholly new ways of communicating with other people. And just using tools provided by others is a form of communication. Unless you just use them without ever questioning, then you are subjugating yourself basically to other people's concepts.
How can we imagine the developments of artificial intelligence in music? Can we? Can we imagine, for example, a real-time dialogue between man and machine? Or are there now unexpected direction that music could take, in your opinion?
I mean, usually the future is quite hard to foresee. In the area of research that is about artificial intelligence, there has been a long history of, in 5 years from now, we'll be able to whatever. So, who knows? But there is, and that's not kind of utopia, or it's kind of a dystopian view would be on my side, that you've got one big other, or big brother, providing music in real time according to your needs. You know, wearing a wristband, they know your heartbeat, they know who you are, they know your kind of sexual preferences, they know your musical preferences, level of income, and so on. And if you then are able to create something that really, a kind of a musical feed that fits your heartbeat and your body temperature, then this is really an invasive surgery of your brain. So it can be very manipulative. At the same time, it's, to me as an artist, for I'm also presenting installations here and doing a concert here, it gives you new ways of reflecting human practice, or finding out more about what is it we're really doing. And that's a very interesting thing about AI, or machine-based pattern recognition, that it's a very cold look in human practice. It really looks from the outside onto the human habitat from a fundamentally alien perspective. And then this can actually help you to see your own practice from a very different point of view, adding new perspectives and just opening up new fields of thought. So it can be very useful as an artistic practice.
The most intriguing aspect of this scenario is the fact that somehow we give a creative role to a machine. It happens not only in music, by the way, the rules for the machine are given by the man at last. What do you think about these aspects?
I think as an artist, you're somehow closely related in terms of motivations to an engineer in a way. Building a machine is a creative process. And I, for example, for this exhibition, built a performance apparatus that basically is a machine doing the same performance over and over again. In building a machine, as in writing a piece of music or whatever work of art form you're working in, you create new things that will then coexist with human beings. And there are different forms of influences. Machine making quite often is defined by business considerations, by utility. And in the art world, you can create machines that are really here for no specific utilitarian reason, but just to find out how machines work. And this is also something that really brings together, I think, the whole idea of making machines, digital or mechanical, and the artistic world.
Shall we see one day a machine playing jazz? Not a cliché of jazz, but a new kind of jazz.
Well, I mean, the question is if it's going to be jazz then, but I'm sure that who knows what's going to happen. To me, music making is something that really, in a way, justifies human existence. And if you do it together with people, there might be machines involved of all sorts, but the main idea is to spend time in a good way. Like it's a practical philosophy in a way. It is a way to live a good life. There's no reason why you want to have a machine take care of that for you. So I'm into making music myself, with and without machines.
Thank you very much, Volkmar.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.